Do you feel like your current repricing rule is not triggering enough repricing activity? Would you like to compete with other FBA sellers all the time? In this video, I will suggest a new repricing rule, a new strategy that is focused on targeting FBA sellers and always stay competitive. Yes, it's time to get technical. So before getting into the details, I would like to remind you to subscribe to the channel because we regularly release new episodes where we provide some strategies and tips how to use our Repricing Central and our softwares. So remember to subscribe to the channel. When we are competing with the buy box price, it is common to see that the buy box is actually lower than your offer. You could go lower, but the repricer is not repricing you and it keeps you there. Why? Usually the reason for this is that the buy box is excluded by your setting or is just below your mean price. And because you are competing and you're targeting only the buy box winner, the moment this happens, then that's it. Your price is not going to move anymore because you're competing with the buy box price. Our rules actually have two different possible targets. One is the buy box price and one is the lowest price. But there is a misconception about what the lowest price means. People think that it's a race to become the lowest price ever on the listing, but that's actually not true. It just means that you're targeting everyone starting from the lowest price, but you can actually target other sellers that are priced higher. So the buy box is still the goal for this, as it should always be for Amazon sellers. But in this way, you will not stop repricing if the buy box winner, the current buy box winner, is not included by your settings. When we are targeting multiple sellers, we want to make sure that we are filtering out every type of seller that we don't want to compete with. For example, if they're priced too low, or if they are FBM seller, because probably they are too low for you as an FBA, or if they are new sellers, maybe still not featured, or if they are backordered, their items are backordered. So it's really important to set this right. So we are gonna check the software and I'm gonna show you exactly how to set this rule. But before this, I would like to remind everyone that this is obviously just a suggestion. So you can follow this every settings, but you can also change some of the setting if you feel that they're gonna suit your expectation and your needs more. Okay, let's check the software now. So this is the repricing rule section. If we want to create a new strategy, a new rule, we can either click on add new rule, or we can go to the actions and choose to copy an existing rule. I suggest not to edit directly a default rule because otherwise you will lose the default settings. So for example, in this case, we can just copy one of the existing rule. So we're gonna go to the page where we can edit our strategy. In here, of course, you can change the rule name to something that you prefer. It could be obviously something related to lowest FBA. Okay, and in the description, you can put anything that you prefer. So we go to the next settings, the buy box settings. This is the setting where that is get triggered when you are in the buy box. Since we're trying to always be following any other FBA seller and match them, I believe in this case, we probably don't need a buy box settings because even when you are in the buy box, you still want to do the same thing you were doing before. So my suggestion in this case is to disable the buy box settings. So it doesn't even matter which competitors we put here because we are disabling it. The next section, repricing settings, is where we are actually gonna choose our repricing rule, our main repricing strategy. In here, you can see it's already set to lowest price. As we mentioned before, there is lowest price and buy box price. We want lowest price. This is where things get interesting because we're gonna choose what type of sellers we want to target. As we mentioned before, if you're an FBA seller, you might want to completely forget about FBM sellers. And also non-feature FBA means they cannot win the buy box. So usually this seller might go a bit too low for you. About Amazon, I would say it's up to you depending on what kind of product you sell. If you feel like you do want to compete with Amazon, just keep this on. Otherwise, you can turn this off as well. So when we go to competition found between min and max, this is where we decide our actual repricing strategy, the main one. Meaning that if the competitor we're targeting is within the parameters that we set and we want them to be included, what do we want to do with their price? I would say probably in this case, we want to match their price. We just put it 0 here. So we are matching their price. My idea here is there's gonna be a few FBA sellers and you can actually all share the buy box together. So you would just matching them and all the FBA seller might be all at the similar price and maybe sharing the buy box. The next setting is very important when competitor is below mean price. If the first FBA seller that we see, starting from the bottom, is too low, below your mean price, we don't want to compete with them. So what we do is we keep use auto-compete. What is auto-compete? It means we're going to exclude this first offer because it's too low. We're going to check the next one. What's the next one? If the next one is another FBA seller that is below your mean, it's going to exclude that one as well. And it's going to go to the third one until the system finds an FBA seller that is within your min and max. These also apply to sellers that are excluded by your settings. So this applies also, for example, to the FBM. So maybe the next one is an FBM within your min and max, still gonna be excluded because we excluded it. We're gonna go to the next one. So auto-compete is actually very smart because it's gonna check what's the next eligible competitor. The same thing can be said when the competitor is at your mean price instead of below. This is up to you really, because if you put a good mean price, maybe you're okay with the mean price, so you can just choose to use the mean price. Otherwise, if you still don't want to be at that price, you can still use auto-compete and it's gonna go to the next seller. If we go to the next settings, it's called competition find outside mean and max. This is just for when nothing else is available within min and max. There is nothing else in there that we can target. So the first case is when all the competitors are above max price. Between min and max, there's no one, just you. Everything else is above your max. This is actually a good scenario. I would say probably this means you can raise your max price. But before doing that, in this particular case, maybe you can just decide to go to your max price and matching it, or maybe go below one. This is really just, it's a good scenario. The next one is the opposite, is when all the competitors are below your mean price. It means that everyone is below your mean and then it's just you between min and max, because we're never gonna put you below your mean. So you need to decide what to do. In here, probably the best thing will be to go min price. But if you decide that instead in this listing, you're just not gonna sell, or maybe you will sell to a different price, you can just decide to put a fixed price, or maybe just like a min price plus a percentage, for example, 20%. The third one is very rare, but it still can happen when no one is between your min and max, but there is someone below min and someone above max. This is kind of complicated. Again, I think probably this means your min and max prices are not set correctly. So just make sure your min and max are correct. And maybe before doing that, you just don't want to reprice. Just keep everything like it is, and then you're gonna check later what's the problem. We go to the next settings. It's called competition not found. There are two different scenarios in here. One is when you are the only seller. Means just you, no one else. Usually people wants to go to max price in this case. If you feel max price might be a bit too high, you can actually choose to customize your price to, let's say, the max price minus a percentage, since you might want to stay a bit more competitive. The next settings is called when competitors are excluded by your settings. This means that all the sellers that are currently in the listing cannot be targeted, either because they're FBM, because they're below your mean, because they're above your max, because they're the quarter. It doesn't matter. All of this, then everyone is excluded. So what do you want to do? Again, probably you don't want to reprice, just stay at what you are. But you can customize this depending on the situation. I believe probably in this case, it would be better to not reprice first and then check why everything is excluded. I'm gonna skip the price change safety net and the mean price protection settings because we can make maybe a different video about this, just explain what it is, and this can apply to every single strategy. So this is just up to you if you want to use it or not. Before checking the advanced settings, I want to go to the custom setting first, because this is another very important area for this strategy. We're deciding who to exclude. So my suggestion is exclude every seller that might bring the price too low. For example, this is already turned on, is exclude seller with backorder product. You don't want to compete with someone backorder because maybe they will lower their price just to still be competitive even without the product. But you can also decide to exclude sellers. For example, they are kind of new or not good sellers. So you can decide to exclude seller by the total feedback count. Maybe they just have a few, maybe just 10 to you, like you don't want to compete with them, they're too new. Same thing is for their ratings on the feedback. Maybe they just don't have a good one because it's not a good seller. So again, the only weapon they have is price. They're gonna go very low, you don't want to follow them. Just exclude them. You can still target someone else. Same things apply for the handling time, maybe more than 2 or 3 or 4 days. And at the top, you can even just decide not to compete with one specific seller. We know sometimes it happens that you have that seller that is being very annoying because he's always gonna be that low baller. So just exclude him by seller ID. We mentioned the advanced settings. Again, I'm not gonna talk about this too much in details because we're gonna have another video about this. But just to explain what it is, if instead of excluding completely FBM, you want to compete with them, but you don't want to just match them, you want to put something more on top of their price, in here you can actually set a strategy to be an FBA versus FBM. And instead of matching, you can decide to add a number or a percentage over their price, for example, 10%. In this case, you're gonna target FBM seller, but you're gonna be priced a bit higher than them. This is up to you. My suggestion probably as an FBA is not even to use this, but you can still use it if you have listings with a lot of FBM seller also being competitive about getting the buy box price. If this rule has been done correctly, it will help you stay competitive with other FBA seller, and you will always share the buy box. You're also gonna make sure that you're not lowering your price too much, and you're gonna exclude low ballers and FBM sellers. Now the rule is complete. So what you just need to do is to go all the way down and click the button save. This is the only way the rule is set. After this, if you want to set this rule on your listing, you can assign the rule on each single listing, or you can use the bulk action. Again, we have a video about this, so you just check the channel. We're gonna put also a link on the description below. Just check the channel how to do this. One last thing I want to remind everyone when setting this rule is that min and max prices still are the most important thing. These only work if your min and max are set correctly. So we have several videos in the channel where you can see how to set min and max prices and some suggestion about what's the best method. For example, we offer an ROI calculation, right? So set min and max properly, otherwise those rules still will not work as intended. This concludes today's video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new episode with tips and suggestions and maybe some strategies. If you have any question, just write a comment below so we will reply. We will be more than happy to reply and maybe just make a new video about your suggestion.